case has been so shocking from beginning to end, and now we're learning about a new disturbing layer to this tragedy.
A lot of our foundations as a society are toxic. They're ungrounded and they're unrealistic.
LAPD confirms Danielle Johnson, a.k.a. Danielle Ayoka, seen here on the Scotty and Sylvia show, was an astrology influencer on social media who was concerned about the eclipse.
Eclipses, there's more births, there's more deaths.
Leading up to the eclipse on Monday, Danielle, who went by the handle Mystic X Lipstick, made several alarming posts like these. Wake up, the apocalypse is here. And the eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. She also reposted alerts that signaled this is the final warning. Something big is coming.
This type of story is probably one of the most tragic and horrifying stories that we'll ever hear about.
Like the rest of us, clinical psychologist Dr. David Swanson, who never treated Danielle, is trying to make sense of this horrific tragedy. Just hours before the eclipse was to take place over California, Danielle stabbed her boyfriend to death in Woodland Hills, pushed her kids out of a moving car on the 405 freeway in the Westchester area, which resulted in the death of her 8-month-old baby and the injury of her 9-year-old daughter. Then Danielle died after crashing her Porsche into a tree in Redondo Beach.
Perhaps she thought that this eclipse meant that it was the end of the world. The apocalypse was here, especially because of some of the statements that she made.
There were plenty of similar posts and videos on social media predicting all kinds of disasters and the end of the world.
And when you're sitting on TikTok or you're on social media, and clearly she was an influencer, so you know she watched a lot of this stuff, it's very easy to get sucked into the fear that these videos start to create.
Could this have been postpartum depression?
I don't think it would have been totally postpartum depression, because we have a lot of women who deal with postpartum depression and it doesn't result in something like this. But certainly any type of mood disorder makes it much harder to cope with other things as they start to come up.
Looking at this tragedy in hindsight, Dr. Swanson says there were obvious signs. The happy and smiling Danielle had changed and was struggling with something dark.
She was warning people. She was saying, pick a side. The way that she typed about it was in all caps. It looked like she was very disturbed.
Hey, what up, y'all? Bailey Panama back with New Content TV, okay? So this is just a sad and very disturbing situation. You know, this is what happens when you come up with your own interpretation of life. And you know, they say that she was into astrology. And when you into astrology, usually these type of people, they come up with their own interpretations to what these signs can be, or whatever they want to assume, what they want to, I don't know. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? And instead of looking at the truth, which is the Bible, and a lot of time people want to attack the Bible, and people want to say that the Bible is to control people. But if the Bible is saying to love your neighbors, to respect to love your neighbors, and to respect others, to not kill, to not steal. Actually, if you actually follow the Bible, the world will be warless. It will be in peace. It will be a better place. But if you want to interpret life on your own, and you want to go by your own understanding, that's why in the Bible God said, do not lean to your own understanding, because this is why you should not lean to your understanding, because you're gonna come with interpretations that's not true. Now the devil has claimed another life. And I told you guys, if you guys look at my other about P. Diddy, if you guys look at my other contents about P. Diddy, and I told you guys that the devil is out to collect. He's collecting right now. All the people that became successful on TikTok, YouTube, or if you're an aspiring artist, whoever you are, you live in this materialistic life. It's a contract on you where you only have a certain amount of time to live this good life, and then he's coming for it. He's going to snatch everything from you, you know what I mean, and take your soul. Because like I said, the devil's not going to hell by himself. You know what I mean? So this is the year of collection. The devil's out here to collect, and a lot of people took their lives, man, based on this eclipse, and they're coming into their own interpretation. And I'm going to show you guys in the Bible. Okay, I'm going to show you guys in the Bible where no one knows the hour in the day. Okay, so now Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day an hour no one, no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only, okay, knows the hour and the time when the world will come to a stop. You know what I mean? And then judgment comes. Now, see, that's what. So if Ayako would have went by the truth, the Bible, she would have killed herself. But instead, she went by her own interpretation. You know, people reading all these astrologies and thinking they're psychics and all that stuff, and you know what I mean. You looking at the, if you're not spiritually guided when you're looking at these signs, you're gonna be misled, and you're gonna misled in the casket. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's you know it's sad, man. It's sad that people want to come into their own conclusion, their own interpretation. Just like atheists, they look at a certain rock or something like that, and they assume that it's millions of years. You know what I mean? Atheists, it's astrology people. They come to their own interpretation of instead of looking at the Bible. And then when you want to come into your interpretation based on the physical world, you gonna come to like all type of imaginations. You know what I mean? Instead of looking at the truth. Yeah, instead of looking at your truth. The world said that a fish evolved legs, it walked on land. The Bible said that God created everything as is. That's why you don't see any transitional form fossils anywhere. Okay? All right? That's why you have never seen DNA code add new information in its genome. Because atheism is false. But in their mind, they believe that the earth is billions of years, and the earth doesn't show that old. It doesn't even show that. So what with this people in astrology, especially with her in her case, whatever she came up with, looking at the internet, looking at YouTube, looking at social media, and that's another thing too. You know, people get so caught up into social media, it feels like it's an entity. It's like it's controlling people. People have to look a certain way. People have to be a certain way because of social media influence. And her reading all this stuff with this end time prophecy people that's giving out false narratives cost her demise. Because she's looking at this stuff and she's thinking everything that she's reading on there, knowing real well that men are known for lying, cost her demise. So she's believing everything that she sees on the internet and whatever, thinking that the world's going to end because of the eclipse and all that stuff, to the point where she just took her own life, and not only took her own life, but took her kid's life, man. It's crazy. The kids have to, the girl that survives got to live a rough life, man. It's wild. It's sad. It's sad. It's I can't even imagine doing that to my daughter, man. Throwing out a moving vehicle is ridiculous. Based on some interpretation that you came up with in your own mind instead of hitting the Bible. I don't care how crazy you think you are. You read that Bible, you got to live a good life. Okay? You follow that Bible, you got to live a good normal life because it's going to set you straight. All you got to do is read the Bible. It's going to put you in a straight line. I don't care how crazy you are. You read that, you follow what that Bible say, I guarantee you're going to live a good life. You know what I mean? Now look at this right here. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage until the day, okay, entered into the ark. So basically what this saying is that everybody's doing these TikToks and everybody living this life, everybody marrying, drinking, having a good old time. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And they were so distracted that they missed the boat. You know what I mean? So with her situation, she was so distracted into this eclipse, into the end world time and everything. She ended up missing the true meaning of life. Because she knew the true meaning of life, she wanted to do what she did. She was lost in the world. And the devil was right there ready to receive her with open arms. Because he's collecting right now. All right, y'all? This man's collecting right now. Yeah, man. So I just pray that you guys, you know, follow Christ, because it's so easy to be tricked out of your eternal blessings. It's so easy to be tricked in this world view that you miss the true meaning of life and creation. Right, y'all? This is Bailey Panama, back with new content TV. Please follow the channel. Right, y'all? I'm gonna drop some more content later on tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about some more like sports stuff and whatever's going on in the media world. All right, y'all. So it's Bailey Panama. Holla at me. Oh, please don't forget to donate to the channel. All right, please donate. Now click on the heart logo thing and send me, send me $1 or $2, whatever, to donate to the show, so I can expand and become more in tune with my audience. All right, y'all. So just donate to the channel. All right, y'all. I pray you guys have a blessed day. It's Bailey Panama, back with new content TV. Holla at me.